Hello everybody, welcome to your daily pop. How's everybody doing on this gorgeous Sunday? Yay, I rediscovered this deck. Is one of my favorites. The artwork is just absolutely gorgeous in this. This is the Priestess of Light Oracle, and I thought, oh, it goes with the gold mojo, so I'm really excited. Oh my gosh, you guys, comment down below if you've been watching or recently watched shows in a different language and you start dreaming in that language, or you start almost speaking in that language. Like, English almost doesn't sound normal to me anymore because I'm watching this show, and at first I thought it was in Flemish, but it's actually in Dutch. It's a show based in Belgium, and it's so funny. This morning I woke up and I was hearing cafe, and I was hearing like the language, the Dutch language, and we actually lived in Aalsmeer in Holland for a little while, so it isn't unfamiliar. It's a really kind of crazy phenomenon. But I love these so much, you guys. So let's talk about right now the brilliant beliefs, luminous life force, personal power, river of blessings, releasing constraints, sacred action, decisive focus. So first, let's talk about this brilliant beliefs. Now, luminous life force, we feel this every day, especially when we raise our vibration and we tap into it. This is where we recognize any of these shifts that have been taking place are not temporary. They are not based on some haphazard luck or something like that. All these good results that are coming in for you, you've contributed this. This is you rooted in your real manifestations. You focused on these first. You wanted these. That's why the good things are coming in. And it's true, it doesn't happen every hour on the hour. It's not a pizza delivery service. Sometimes it comes in waves. Sometimes, there's a reprieve. But you are feeling it. You are feeling more interested in your creative endeavors. You are feeling more interested in, the group dynamic, other people's feelings, all of this altruism. You're gaining peace and the stability that you want by taking actionable steps towards that. You are executing this. It really is connected, and you will start to feel it more and more. Your personal power, setting boundaries, and it can happen in little ways. My favorite personal boundary word is no, thank you, or I do not have the time. We're kind of ingrained since we're young and taught, oh, it's rude to say no, be obliging. Forget it. So many people inconvenience the hell out of themselves to convenience other people. Then they have resentment, and then they try to avoid those people or circumstances, right? So as an adult, we simply say no, and we don't have to over explain either. No, sorry, I haven't the time. No, sorry, I'm busy. That works much more succinctly. And, that brings you also the understanding that what you have to do is just as important as anybody else. Your time is just as valuable, which I love. River of blessings, I love this. I really do like to set up my reads and when I'm making jewelry into lush little like treasure troves. I love it. It doesn't matter if it's real gold, silver. Sometimes I like some of the acrylics and plastic fun bright beads on the sets just as much as I like the regular stones. I love things that make me feel like I have abundance all around me. So release constraints on yourself. If you're out shopping and you see something, you're like, oh, I really shouldn't. If you're not getting that one particular thing and it's within reason and you're just not getting it just due to you don't feel like you should spend that money on yourself, get that thing for yourself. Treat yourself special. Those new pair of fall boots, jacket, whatever. I do that too. I'll carry something around and then I'll talk myself out of it. And that's lack mentality. That's saying I don't have the abundance. This money won't be replaced that I'm spending on myself. So now I do that automatically. Or other people, if I want to be generous, tip really well, whatever it is. Release these constraints because we hear things when we're younger. Again, 1 through 7 goes in that little brain bank. We hear our parents, we hear our grandparents, other people. We can't afford that. That's extravagant, though. Release that. And when you think from a limitless mindset, nothing is too extravagant or too much or too special for you or somebody else. And you're realizing that that river is always flowing. These blessings are always coming. Your guides will constantly remind you. If it doesn't add to your fulfillment, it's just white noise. You don't need to pay attention to all these, chattery distractions. You give them more attention than they deserve. So now you're going to train your focus to not be on that. I'm going to get there. My guide's already like so into focus. When I saw this card, I already started to hear a million messages because this is something that I struggle with as well. But when I get this, I want to focus on that I have blessings around me. Oftentimes I will leave out really beautiful jewelry pieces. Like I made this yesterday, this rose quartz. I love these so much. They're so juicy. They look like pink lemonade. And I'm really into The eye of Thoth is I think that's the left eye, and the eye of Ra is the right eye. And I love this because I love protection. I love amulets. And I used to be like, oh, I should buy these in bulk. But I'm finding when I just go out and I see a simple one, they're better made, they're gold plated, and I think sometimes it's the little findings with the jewelry that make it really kind of polished and gorgeous. And again, you know, realizing that that money will be replaced that I got for a finer amulet or whatever it is, right? Now let's get to this because my guides are jabber-jawing at me. This is important. I also struggle from this. You know, we're not asking for a lot. We're just looking for secure thoughts that bring us comfort, but also our core tendencies to prevaricate and bring too much in so we can be indecisive. This is just saying, what is one thing that I want and what's an action I can take towards it? Like today, I know there are certain clasps and findings I need, so I'm going to go and pick those up first thing, because if I delay, I start to do other things and putter around, and then I end up, if I don't go out by like 3 o'clock, I usually don't go out. So that I want to look after my body and exercise and move today. That's decisive. I want this and I want that. Now, what decisive actions can we take towards it? I already am envisioning where my gym clothes are, know where those are. It's easy peasy. Getting ready, getting dressed, and going out. And beginning this video too, I knew I was like, as soon as I saw the gold in the corner, I was like, I want to do a nice reading on, you know, just feeling abundant and feeling good. And these cards came up, and they do also evoke a sense of artistry that makes me want to make jewelry, sketch, paint, and do other things, because it's just, everything pops with light. It's so rich. It's so gorgeous. Another thing is, trust yourself to make these power moves. You know, we spent our life when we were younger, like in school and other times, I feel like that's when I probably had the most worry. Did I study enough? Did I do this and that? We spent so much of it doubting and worrying, partly because we didn't trust the power and the force that brought us into existence, source power. It is going to help us make good decisions. And I want to put this out there for a lot of people that have been mentioning this to me. They're afraid they won't have the chutzpah, the gas, or the inspiration to do their life's work, because what happens is they're working, and now they might feel a little overburdened, pressurized, and or a little like sort of burnout. So what they need is to take a break. I get this. I remember one day I did a series of so many private reads and a big read, and I just wanted to keep going, and I just kind of wanted to hit that finish line. And then I thought, and then the next day I was like, you know, it's all right if you don't want to pick up your camera and cards and do that today. You know, you did that for 6 days straight, and you know, you have other interests. You know, you want to be out in nature and you want to make jewelry and do other things. So sometimes if we are so enmeshed in something, it becomes a bit too much. It really, really does. And now I just feel like, pick one thing, and you can truly try this, and then show yourself how easy it is to trust yourself and your goals when you're decisive. Say one thing you want to do. Today I want to make spaghetti bolognese. You'll find yourself mentally preparing, what do I have in the house? Do I have the sauce? Do I have this and that? Can I skip over to the market, grab that, and making it? I want to go for a walk in the park. You'll be looking for your shoes, you'll be looking for your coat, and you'll be out that door. To have that be your only thought, again, we're stopping monkey mind from bouncing all over and trying to dissuade us. I listened to this excellent speaker, no kidding, and I think she called it the 5-second rule, but I usually give myself 10 seconds. I move a muscle and change a thought as soon as I have a good idea. I do not let my ego self talk myself out of a good idea, because what happens as soon as we go, oh, I should go for a walk, your brain will go, oh, isn't it windy? Oh, do you have any clean socks? Oh, it's going to be parked, you know, parking's going to be a thing. I will totally, I'll put babies in the mix, I'll put rabid dogs in the mix, I'll put anything in there that can talk me out of going for a nice peaceful walk if I let my ego stake it in there, because that comfort zone wants you to be, you know, on your couch, in your chair, playing video games, doing whatever, but your higher self is going, it's as simple as getting your shoes on, your coat on, and getting out the door. That's decisive action. You want to call that person, let them know a thing or two, like what you think about them. If you're interested in them, you want to collaborate. Vision yourself talking on the phone to them, laughing, having a good time, high energy and all that. You'll find yourself picking up that phone and doing it. Decisive action brings us to this and brings us to this. It brings you your personal power that you can do whatever, whenever, and however you want it, and you deserve it. So love and light, you guys. Enjoy your daily pop.